How's it been since you arrived?
It's been good. It's first couple of days were a bit of a whirlwind. Obviously, the fact that you join a new club anyway, but also joining a new club in sort of COVID times, if you like, with protocols and what have you, made it quite difficult. New style of working, new players, but within a couple of days, I mean, everyone's made me feel so welcome. The players, the staff, integrated me really well, and at this stage, the way we've been working, I feel really comfortable and feel that I've been here a lot longer than I actually have.
How did it come about, and how much did you know Neil before he approached you to ask to come and work here?
So Neil, our paths had crossed quite a little bit when he was at Bolton and I was at Doncaster, and obviously you're discussing players and what have you. So we'd kept in touch that way. I'd say the main link though was John Kennedy, who I'd done my A licence and pro licence up in Scotland with him. So during them courses you actually spend quite a long time with each other, and I understood how he worked, and obviously he'd remembered some of the good bits that I did on that course. There wasn't many, but some of the good bits that I did, and it just kind of materialised that way.
In terms of the philosophies that the three of you as coaches have, do you feel that they merge quite well?
Yeah, like I was saying, I think at Peterborough it was all about attacking football and scoring goals, and I think we were right up there in terms of goals scored in the Football League. So that way of working is aligned, and also the club want to develop players as within a winning culture. So that ties in as well.
The return to contact training this week, I'm sure you'll all have been delighted that can begin. In terms of being ready for August the 1st, do you think, despite all the stuff that's having to be done because of COVID and all the disruption, do you think that the team will be as ready as they would have been in any other season come August?
We'll be as ready as we can be. The stuff that's gone in place has already been put in place. I said I've only been actually out on the training pitch a week and 2 days, but I was so pleased to see the work that had gone in and the planning that had gone in to enable us to be as ready to go as we can.
Sorry, on you go. No.
Just wondering, Gavin, how tricky a decision would it have been for you had Peterborough get into the playoffs and say get into the Championship?
As I said, I loved it at Peterborough, and I actually think even if a Championship club had come in for me, I enjoyed my work at Peterborough that much. I don't think I would have gone, but it was just the size of this club, and obviously having been here on some special nights and seeing and knowing what it means to people. I think the opportunity to come and work at a club like this doesn't come around often, and I'd be kicking myself for the rest of my career if I didn't have a go at it.
So presumably you're talking about coming here maybe in Champions League nights when your father was the manager?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was speaking to somebody earlier about being here the night that Nakamura scored the free kick against Man United, and just the feeling of the place, and I was sat up there actually when it happened, but the opportunity and the chance to be maybe down on the bench when that sort of stuff's gone on is really exciting and a massive motivator.
You've got a fantastic striker at Posh that's attracting all sorts of attention. Is Ivan Toney likely to be a player who will see in green and white?
Well, like I said, I've only been on the training pitch for a week and 2 days, and really I've just been sort of introducing myself to people. I haven't really been privy to those sort of things, but clearly I enjoy working with Ivan, and he's a striker that's attracted lots of attention, and rightly so.
In terms of the squad itself, what do you make of the squad, and how much more pieces do you feel need to be added to it from what you've seen so far?
Well, there's a fantastic nucleus to the squad. There really is. There's within it. There's ability. There's work rate. There's determination. There's teamwork, and even working with El Yunusi just for the last few days, you can see that he's really bought into the culture of what we're trying to do here. Another fantastic addition. So, but I'm sure, and again, the bits that I do here, that they're working very hard behind the scenes to try and supplement that nucleus.
What do you believe your strengths are as a coach?
So I think I've come, if you like, the long way. I've been a youth team manager. I've managed at non-league. I've worked in League Two, League One. I've worked at Watford briefly as an under-23s coach. So I think I've got you know, quite a well-rounded experience of working with players from different abilities, developing young players. We've got quite a good reputation for it, and hopefully just understanding what makes what teams and players tick.
How important do you think it is to get a good blend of sort of tactical knowledge and man management?
Yeah, I think, again, it's just my opinion, I think that the higher up you go in dealing with better quality of players, I think, you know, almost man management and dealing with people is such an important thing. So that's something that I'll be keen to work on.
And obviously, you mentioned being here many times when your father was a manager. I remember him saying that the intensity of this club meant that you could only take so much of it, and the culture and the desire to win was something that actually bear down on quite a lot of people this season more than anything else, with the club going for 10 in a row. Is that something which Neil and yourselves are having to kind of illustrate to the players about how to deal with it?
So I think, again, what I've seen, again, it's early doors, but there's such a culture and such an environment of winning. It's ingrained into them, so that they deal with that. It seems to me that they deal with that pressure really well, and from my point of view, it's a challenge that you can either shy away from and maybe stay at a comfortable, good job at Peterborough, or you can try and embrace. So I've gone for the latter.
How beneficial is it that you're going to get a chance to go away with the players later this month to France?
Yeah, definitely. Look, from my point of view, and obviously I'm playing catch up a little bit, is the more I get to know them, the more I get to know what makes them tick, and I think just for a group of people like us all, we've been in isolation for quite a long time. That the chance to get away as a group and bond is something that we're extremely fortunate to do and looking forward to do.